touchdown, which tied Michael Pittman's record for the longest touchdown catch of the season. Can you take us through your route and kind of the feeling? It's feeling great for you like that.
Yeah, we got a look from Tampa that we were expecting, looking for throughout the week. We knew we had opportunity for a big play, which is why we wanted to come out of the half with it. So when we saw it, I just tried to stay detailed in my route and execute. And we made the big play. Tank made a huge block to spring us. So it was a big play for us.
Career high for yards for you too. What did it mean to you to put up those kind of numbers?
It's big anytime I can help make an impact for my team. I feel like I had more opportunities to do that on Sunday, and I capitalized on them, and it's great to help us get a win.
Did you see Tank block in that moment, or are you focused on the end zone, like running straight to the end zone?
No, I saw Tank lay the block, and I knew once he did lay the block that we were getting to the end zone. So I definitely appreciate Tank for that.
CJ mentioned that on that last drive, y'all had a pre-conversation about adjusting your route,
Right.
a little shorter.
Right.
First of all, how often does that happen with CJ, and how impressive is that, if at all? Like, what stands out to you about him being able to do that, such a young player?
That's huge. There's a lot of 6, 7, 8-year quarterbacks that you don't see take ownership of the offense in a situation like that, especially to go ahead and we both noticed that the linebackers were playing a little bit deeper, expecting us to sit down at a certain spot, and for him to take ownership of that and say, sit down here, I'm gonna put the ball in you, we're gonna get this thing rolling, and for us to execute, it just speaks to how special CJ is and how he sees the game.
Was there ever any doubt in your mind once you were going on that field with 46 seconds that you all were going to win that game?
No, I think we made a decision at halftime that we weren't coming out without a W. One play that stood out to me, I don't even think we got points on the job. It was like 3rd and 14. We threw a screen to Nico, and we said in the huddle, like, we're getting this first down no matter what. And for us to get it, it kind of just gave us that confidence that, when we're focused and when we're on it, we can get our job done.
What was it about the halftime adjustment? Like, what did you all say to each other coming out of, especially from the offensive side of the ball, coming out of halftime?
It wasn't too much strategically said. It was just, lock in a little bit more. We didn't feel like they were doing too much to stop us. We felt like we kind of were shooting ourselves in the foot here and there. So, just to eliminate that as much as we can, we felt like we'll come out victorious.
Bobby Slowick said he called you the most consistent player in training camp, and then of course you served your injury one. I'm curious, like, how tough was that to miss those amount of games, and how is it for you to kind of be able to showcase what I'm sure you believe what you were capable of, and coaches as well?
It's definitely tough to put in a good off season and then suffer injury to start the season. But I know it's a long year. It's not the first time I've been hurt, so I know how to stay focused and come back ready to make an impact. And that was my focus as soon as I went down, is to come back and hit the ground rolling. And I think we've done a good job of that.
So, day to day, week to week grind, what y'all focus on. How much conversation are y'all having, or just in your own personal interactions with your teammates? How much conversation is being had about y'all's bigger picture goals and what could potentially come in the season with y'all bigger picture?
I think we're constantly thinking about it. We got group chats talking football outside of the building. Just random texts at night. Just what do we see here? What do we see there? So I think we're all focused. We're all hungry, and we want to get this thing going in the right direction.
Do you feel like you're 100%?
Go ahead.
Do you feel like you're in a consistent rhythm at 100% coming from the injury? Or do you feel like you have still a ways to go before you feel really comfortable?
No, I feel good. I feel good. I felt good since the Saints game coming back. That was my goal, to hit the ground running, and I feel like I did that.
Back in Columbus, what did you already know about CJ and before you got here, and your teammates, and now that you've been teammates for a while, what have you learned about him?
Well, to be honest, until I got here, I didn't know a whole lot about him. We didn't overlap at all at Ohio State. I knew he was a hell of a quarterback. I follow Ohio State since I've left. I was just looking forward to get here and working with him. And since the day I got here working with him, you could tell he's a different guy, and he's special. You don't come across quarterbacks like this often, and I'm glad to be playing with him.
How is it to have multiple wide receivers at any given moment to be able to get 100 yards in a game, like you, Tank, Nico?
Right. I think it speaks to the depth we have in our room. We still got Rob, who's been sidelined for a couple of weeks, who can come out and do the same thing. So, I think it makes us hard to defend, hard to game plan for, and I'm excited about what our room can do.
On Tank and the blocking, I'm trying to ask this the right way, but what is for some somebody his size, what is it about him? Is it the attitude or approach? What is it about him that allowed? And does it shock you at all that somebody that size is that willing and able to block in the way that he did? Kind of looking as out in that fashion.
Yeah, I mean, you cut on the tape. I don't think Tank knows he's that size. I think he's willing to go in there and do whatever he's got to do, and I respect him for that. Appreciate that, and I think that's why he's special. Because he'll go across the middle, make a catch, he'll throw a block. He's in there doing what he's got to do.
How influential are you in that though? Because with your former team, one way that you were able to get on the field at first was because of the way that you blocked it,
Right.
blocking skills. Have you been, teaching some of these wide receivers some of that, or such as Tank?
I mean, I'm not the most vocal guy. I try to lead by what I do. I think that Tank and the young guys, everybody in the room, we all take a little bits and pieces from each other's game. I think if I can rub off on them in that way, I'm definitely appreciative of that. But I think that's his own want to right there.
Midway through the season, what surprised you the most about this team? New coach, new quarterback, a bunch of new players. What surprised you the most about this team so far?
Not much really. I think that during the offseason when I got here, I saw that we got a lot of special pieces, a lot of pieces that maybe some people don't know a whole lot about, but real football players, and I was excited from the get-go to get out here and display that with them, and I think we're heading on the right track.
After the game, CJ and a couple others gave a lot of credit to offensive coordinator Bobby Sloyd. Even more so in the second half, did you see anything shift with Bobby Sloyd, or what did you see from your standpoint?
I think he in the second half he kind of just opened it up a little bit, just put the ball in the air. We also still ran the ball, but just seeing what's working and what's not, and being willing to adjust and on the fly. And I think that's one of Bobby's best things, and he did it well.
Through your first few years, the production wasn't there, but the past couple seasons, you've been able to really show the league what type of talent you have. What do you think has been the biggest change from your first 4 years of your career to the last two?
Yeah, I think I came in. Well, first I left college early, a little bit raw, talent-wise, but I had things that I could do as far as blocking the special teams that allowed me to stay around and until my game kind of transformed to where it is now. Along with that, losing a lot of weight. I came in the league about 225. I'm about 205 now. So, I'm moving better, I'm more explosive, and I think it's paid off.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks.